Happy Monday, happy Monday. I hope everybody's having a good week. Oh, there's nobody here again. Oh, they're coming back in. Hey, how are y'all? If you are in a program, let me know. A nursing program, RN, LPN, BSN, Accelerated. I got about 15 good minutes in me, and I wanted to show you how to do fluid volume maintenance problems. My name is Narcia, blessed RN, and I have a workbook that is based off of doing dimensional analysis via the puzzle piece method. But there are a handful of problems that you can't really do. That's with dimensional analysis. Peds volume maintenance is one, but I do have an easy peasy, puzzle squeezy, lemon squeezy, easy, whatever way that you can do it. And I want to show a couple of problems for you. So if you would please double tap the live and tell me which program you're in. I'll be taking my med calc test on Thursday. Okay, Jennifer, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I do live sessions on Wednesdays. That is my scheduled time. So like if you're looking for when to study with me, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. like that's the time. And then I just do little pop-up sessions. Like this is I did like 3 Dosage private sessions today and I just got a little bit left in me. So we'll do these fluid volume maintenance and I'll show you how to break those down. You don't know? What's it gonna be on, Jennifer? Today is Monday. You need to know today. Oh, hey y'all. So I got a couple of PEDS fluid volume maintenance questions. Just a couple because normally we do dimensional analysis. I always tell you that you can do most of your problems with dimensional analysis. This right here is different because it has 3 different formulas. But I don't like formulas. I don't like memorizing formulas. I don't like using my brain any more than I have to. I like to work smart and not hard. So therefore, I'm going to show you how to break it down. Hey, Mrs. RX Alchemist, how are you? Thank you for dropping the rose in the comment. I just want to thank you for helping me pass my exam on the first try. Go ahead, Just Jazz. Congratulations. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, and you're very, very welcome. All right, so as more people come in, I'll just keep on talking. So, hey, I'm Darcy Blessarian, and I am a dosage calculations tutor. Tonight I have a few pediatric fluid volume maintenance questions. Okay, so we know that there are 3 formulas for pediatric fluid volume maintenance. I know, Asian. I know. I'm a gluten for punishment, like for real. I'm a glutton for punishment. So I just had to get this out my system and then I'm gonna go to bed. I promise. I've been tutoring all day. It's been a long Monday, but I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. I promise. I've been tutoring all day. It's been a long Monday, but I'm like, So if you're giving them IV, this is how much would keep their volume in the space, the vascular space, adequate so they won't be dehydrated, okay? So they'll get 100 milliliters per kilogram. If they are above 10, so greater than 10 to 20, right, they'll get 1,000 milliliters plus 50 milliliters per kilogram of body weight. And that's for kgs that are greater than 10. So you would have to take their body weight, subtract 10, and then you would use that in the 50 milligrams per kilogram part of the formula. The last formula is for if they are greater than 20 kgs. They will get 1,500 milliliters right off the bat plus 20 milliliters per kilogram of body weight, and that's for kgs that's over 20 kgs. So you would take their body weight in kg, subtract 20 from it, and then you will put it in that part of the formula, um, and add it to the 1500. Okay. These are three formulas. They look kind of complicated. Like I said, I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it with the formula. Then I'm going to show you how we're gonna do it the easy way. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for liking the live and sharing. I appreciate it. Okay. So our patient weighs 18.6 kilograms. So we're going to use that second formula right here, right? Because that's how much they weigh. So the rest of it I'm going to erase. And I am streaming to the YouTube channel. So this little quick lesson will be available on my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN, for a replay if you wanted to see this again. I also have a video that shows you how to break it down. So yeah. Yeah. All right, so this is the formula that we'll be using. So 1,000 mLs plus 50 mLs per kilogram of body weight. So remember that they're 18.6 kgs, and this is for anything that's over 10. So I'll have to take 18.6 kilograms and subtract 10 kilograms from it. This is not the easy part. This is just showing you how to do with the formula. Hold on for the easy part. I have to show you the hard so that you can compare the two, okay? So that's what, 8.6, right? So we will take our 8.6 and apply it to this part. So it'll be 50 milliliters per kg times our 8.6 kilograms. And the kilograms cancel out. So where's my calculator? 50 times 8.6 is 430 milliliters. So we have 430 from the formula. Then we have to add our 1,000, right? So the total will be 1,430 milliliters. And that is for 24 hours. So if you needed to figure out how much to do on the IV pump, so they ask you, what would you set the IV pump to deliver the fluid volume maintenance dose for this patient? Then you would take your 1430 divided by 24, and that's what's going to give you your rate. So 1430 divided by 24 would be 59.5, so 60 milliliters per hour on the pump. Now, if you're like me and you don't like formulas, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1. Put a 1. I know I can't be the only one. Okay? Today is Monday, Val, and I've been a tutoring, transporting person. I promise you. So now I'm going to show you the easy way, okay? All right. I see a couple people came in. Y'all let me know what programs y'all in. LPN, RN, BSN, Accelerated, okay? So remember, we had 3 formulas, and each one of those formulas kind of went by tens, right? The first 0 to 10 kg got so much. The second 10 to 20 got so much, and then 20 and above got the rest of it, right? So we're going to do the same thing. We're always going to break it down into tens. So we're going to do the first 10, the second 10, and then the rest. So the first 10, but we want it all to equal to 18.6 kgs, okay? So 10 kilograms, and then I got 8.6 left, right? And then I don't have any more. So that equals 18.6 kgs. So that's our patient's weight. So remember, the first one was times 100. The second formula was times 50. And then the third one was times 20. We're not above 20 kilograms, so we don't need that third part of the formula, right? So this first one is always going to be 1,000. And then we'll do 8.6 times 50, which is 430, right? And now you got the answer with all, whoa, I don't know what I wrote. Ooh, child. 1430. So now you got the answer without doing all that subtracting and memorizing the formula. So That was quick, wasn't it? You thought I was gonna take a long walk around the park after dark with sparking conversation and stuff like Jill said, right? Nope, that's it. Y'all want to do another one and see how to do it? Does that make sense? Isn't that an easy, fun way? Okay, I went too far. I won't say fun because only I consider dosage calculations fun. I think it's fun once you learn the puzzle piece, but this one you can't do with puzzle pieces because it's a specific formula, right? So, yeah, you make it easy to understand. Well, I'm glad to. I am honored to help. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay. So this one right here, we've got the fluid volume maintenance, right? So remember it's 10, 10, and then the rest, right? So we've got 25.6. So we got to all make it add up to 25.6. So 10, then we got 10 more. So we're at 20. So then the rest of it is 5.6. Okay, so that equals to 25.6, which is our patient's weight, right? So remember the first formula, we got 100. The second one, we got 50. And then the third one, we got 20. So these two are always going to be the same if you got three formulas, right? So this one's automatically going to be 1,000. This is automatically going to be 1,500 because remember that formula that I showed you at the beginning if you were here? It was 1,500 plus 20 milliliters per kilogram of body weight over the 20 kgs, right? So now we've got 5.6 times 20, which is 112 milliliter, milliliter, milliliter. So it's that 1612 milliliters per your 24 hours. Boom. That's how you do it. What y'all feel about it? How y'all feel? We got BSNs, LPNs, RN, and math is not my strong suit. That's okay. All you need to know is how to multiply and divide, add and subtract. That's it. That is it. You do not have to be a math genius to be a successful nurse. Is dosage calculation problems on the NCLEX? Sometimes there are. It's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot, but you might see some on there. This is way so much easier. I'm gonna just need to practice on. Yeah, yeah. This is fluid volume maintenance. So in the 24, this is like how much IV fluid a pediatric patient would need in a 24-hour period to keep them hydrated, to keep the vascular space adequate. So it's three different formulas, and I showed them at the beginning. And I don't like memorizing formulas, hence that's why I have the puzzle piece method for dimensional analysis. But you can't use dimensional analysis with this one because it's specific formulas, right? I said there are a handful of dosage calc problems that you really can't use dimensional analysis for. This is one of them, and so I'm just showing you how to do it the easy way. I'm not sick. I think I'm just tired. I need to go to bed. Hi. So let's see. We'll do it again, okay? If there are 18 kgs, yeah, I'll show you how to do 18 kgs. All right. So, all right, this one's 25. I'm gonna do 18x. Alrighty. So if we have 25, remember it's three. Well, sorry, it's three different formulas, right? And they're all kind of broken down in tens. So 10, 10, and then the rest. All right. So we'll do 10 kgs. We're trying to get to 25, right? So 10 kgs and then 5. So that all equals to our patient's weight, which is 25, right? So remember the first formula is times 100. The second one is times 50. And the third is times 20. So boom, we know that the first one is always going to be 1,000. The second one is always going to be 500. And then 5 times 20, that's 100, right? Is that 100? I don't know. It's late. Yeah, it's 100. Sometimes I have to do my simple math and double check because, yeah. So that would be 1,600 milliliters in a 24-hour period. So if they ever ask you what you have to put on your IV pump, And to deliver this amount in a 24-hour period, you got it already set up, right? Milliliter per hour, because remember, pump is always milliliter per hour. So 1600 divided by 24. So it'll be 66.6 repeating. So if you round it to the whole number, it'll be 67 milliliters per hour. Okay, so if somebody asked me to do one where the patient was 18 kgs, right? So they're 18 kilograms. You would do 10, 10, and the rest. If you can't do the rest, then it's just whatever you have. So the first 10 and then the rest, basically. So 10 kg, and then we only have 8 left, so we can equal to 18, right? So the first one will be times 100. The second one will be times 50. We don't have that third one, right? So it's not going to be times 20, right? So this is always 1,000. And then this is going to be what, 400? I don't know. It's late. Yeah, it's 400. All right, 1,400 mLs. And that's for per 24 hour. Okay? Are y'all getting it? Does that make sense? Can I do number 6 on page 152 and number 11? You always try to catch me, Asia, with these book problems. I'll do it. I was supposed to be coming on here doing these peds fluid volumes. Okay, that's 18.5, right? I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to give the people what they want. All right, so this one is, okay, 154. Okay. All right, so 18.5 is the weight. Remember, we do 10, 10, then the rest, right? So 10, and then we have 8.5. So 18.5 kgs. That's our weight. Okay. So then we do the first one is times 100. The second one is times 50. So that's 1,000. And then whatever this is. So let's do 8.5 times 50 equals 425, right? So 1425. And that's per 24 hours. Okay, so that's how you do your peds fluid volume maintenance without having to use your formulas. So fun. It is fun, isn't it? Especially time. I struggle with time, but I know it's the hours. Yes, I got this wrong on your exam. So now, Victoria, do you have a retest? Ooh, I just cracked my fingers. Y'all heard that? If you have a retest, now you can use this method, the 333 method. No? Okay. So, okay, what if the patient was less than 10 pounds? I mean, not 10 pounds, 10 kgs. So, what if the patient was 9.2 kilograms, right? So, we don't have enough to do 10, right? So it's just going to be 9.2 kgs times that 100. So what's that, 920 mLs? Exactly. So whatever your weight is in kilograms, whatever your weight is, it has to be in kilograms. So if you have pounds, y'all know I don't like convert stuff before I put it in the formula, but I mean, there's no formulas here. It is what it is, all right? So you have to do your pounds to kg conversion divided by 2.2 to get it to kilograms. And exactly. And then you can set it up in your 10, 10, and then the rest. Y'all got one more weight that y'all want me to do, and then I'll do a couple of book problems, and then I'll go to bed. How often do I do this? Well, this is just a random session. I had a private session tonight, and I was still in a dosage calculations type of mood. So I hopped on, and we were talking about peds fluid volume, And I was like, I don't really show you like the abnormals. You know what I'm saying? Like on Wednesday nights, we do dimensional analysis, which you can use for the whole gambit, except for stuff like this because it's a specific formula. But I have stuff for that too to make it easy. See? All right. So what if it's okay, what if it's 38? Okay, so if it's 38 kg, right? 10, 10, and then the rest. So 10, 10, and then what's left? 18? Okay. So the first one is always going to be times 100 milliliters. The second one is going to be 50. And then the third is going to be 20. Same way. You're welcome. What did I do? So that's 1,000. That's 500. 18 times 20. 360. So 1860 would be our answer. Why 18? Somebody. Oh, because you break it down. It's the first 10 kgs. It's the second 10 kgs. So that's 20, right? So we're trying to get up to 38. We're trying to equal to the patient's weight. So that last one, 38 minus 20, so 18 was left. So it's 10, 10, and then the rest. It's always three, whatever they ask. Yes. So the formulas, I learned a trick. If it's more than 20, it's automatically 1,500. So that's where you see, boom, those two are automatically going to be your 1,500. It's just this part right here that's the tricky part when you have to remember to subtract your 20 kgs from your weight, then put it inside the formula. This one is just you break it 10, 10, and then the rest. The puzzle piece formula. The puzzle piece method is my way of doing dimensional analysis without having to memorize any formulas. It takes the sting out of dosage calculations because a lot of people aren't strong at math. So it's like putting a puzzle together. So you use different pieces from the problem and you piece it together by the units of measure in order to get what your puzzle is supposed to look like. And once you cancel out all of your units of measure, your numbers are already in the equation, either in the numerator or the denominator where they're supposed to be. So you'll always get the answer of what that question is asking you. What else are we doing? Okay, so the formulas. So if there's 0 to 10 kg, I know I got a slide. I just don't feel like finding it. 0 to 10 kgs, they're gonna get 100 milliliters per kilogram of body weight. If they are more than 10 to 20, they'll get 1,000 milliliters plus 50 mLs per kg, and that's for all of your pounds that's over, your pounds, all of your kilograms that's over 20, shoot, that's all of your kgs that is over 10. I'm looking at 20 right there, right? Then if they weigh more than 20 kgs, you see how you got that 1,000 from the first one and that 500 from the second one? They automatically get 1,500 mLs plus 20 milliliters per kilogram of body weight. And that's for kgs that is greater than 20. So you have to remember to do the subtraction from the weight on these formulas. So that's another step. You know how I feel about steps too. The more steps you take, the more mistakes you're likely to make. So the way that I did it with the 10, the 10, and the rest, it's essentially doing this exact same thing, except you don't have to remember the formula. So you're like, oh, is it 1,000 or is it like 1,500? What do I subtract? No, you just do 10, 10, and then the rest. The first is 100, the second is 50, the third is 20, and that's all you have to do. I don't know where my mouse is. Okay. Previous one is the easy way. Yeah, it is easy. Yeah. So I want to come and show you this. Okay, now what if it's below 10? They get 100 milliliters per kilogram. So say if they were 8 kilograms, that's 8 times 100. So they would get 800 milliliters. Hey, how you doing? All right. Somebody asked me, could I do a couple of problems from my book? So I've got to get it pulled up, and we'll get it cracking for a couple of problems. I'm feeling confused. So, okay, I'm here. What am I looking for? Campbell. Campbell. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, I'm in Alabama. All right, what page did y'all say? Hey Kevin, you snuck in here. How are you? Go ahead, pin yourself. Y'all, Kevin and the boot nurse. He is a NCLEX strategist extraordinaire, and he will help you break down these problems um, with your nursing questions, how I'm breaking them down with dosage calculations, and give you the strategies on how to effectively pass your NCLEX. But it's also beneficial for when you're in school. All right. So let's see here. Which number you said? 154. Y'all make sure that you follow my guy. He's on YouTube as well. He does live sessions too. 154. You're amazing, by the way. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So this is IV completion time. I don't know how we got from peds to completion time, but it's okay. Let's do this. Let's split it over. Boom. Okay. Can everybody see well? And this is my puzzle piece workbook. Um, do. It has 256 pages in it and over 300 practice problems. It got the breakdown and explanations and hints and tricks and everything. Okay, the way I came across this live on the study break. Yes, I'm glad you're here. How are you? Thank you. I passed my. Oh, you got a 100. Congratulations. Yes. Do I study for med surg or farm? No, I don't do that. This is my baby. This is my full time baby, and yeah, she's very demanding, just like my little 2 year old. But for um pharmacology for nurses on TikTok, she's really good. She does. I think she's got like a Kahoot going right now. So she's really good. And then Nurse Sam plays games as well. The Nurse Sam. And then for like med surge, of course, Nurse Sarah. Next is nursing, Nurse Mike. Yeah. You can get my book. The links are in my bio for my book. All right, so this is IV completion time, okay? Biostatistics, you trying to take me out? No. Oh, there's pharmacology for nurses right there. Okay. I guess y'all talked her up. Let's see. Pin the comment. There, I pinned her comment, so you can go and follow her page for pharmacology. Okay. Alright, so the doctor orders a 200 ml bag of D5 normal saline to infuse at 20 drops per minute. The drip factor is 10 drops per milliliter. You start the infusion at 2:30 in the afternoon, so that's what 14:30 is, alright? At what time will the infusion be complete? This is page 154. 154. Alright? Coming straight from the puzzle piece workbook. You saw it here first, folks. All right. I don't have anything for patho. I only do dosage calculations. Yep. Okay. So what is the goal here? This is the puzzle piece method. The picture on the puzzle box, what we want our puzzle to look like, the equation, is what the goal is asking for us to solve. So it says at what time? Time has two units of measure, minutes and hours, right? We want to use the hours because when we get our answer, we'll either get a whole number by itself or we'll get a number with a decimal behind it, right? And that's going to be the minutes. So we want to use hours. So our goal is hours. Okay, so our puzzle pieces, what's together stays together. They are together forever and they are on their puzzle piece together. What's by itself is single, is not ready to mingle. It will be on its own puzzle piece forever. Okay, so I'm going to write down the information from the problem. Even if you don't know what the heck is going on, just write down the numbers and the units beside them that you see, right? So we've got 200 milliliters in the bag. Okay, it's infusing at 20 drops per minute. That's a puzzle piece. And then the drop factor is 10 drops per milliliter. Okay, I want to have hours. That is what the question is asking me for time. So I always start with what it is that I am looking for, which is the goal. You always, always, always start with your goal. If you start with what you're looking for, you won't have to find it. So in our puzzle pieces, do we have a puzzle piece that has hour in it? No, we don't. But we have a puzzle piece that has minute in it, and that's his cousin, right? So therefore, we can do a conversion. We can start with a conversion. It's okay to start with a conversion, okay? So I want hour on the top and minute on the bottom. So I'll do 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So this is where your conversions come into place. In order to be successful at dosage calculations, you must know your metric conversions in your conversions period. There's no way around it, right? So now I have minute at the bottom. So whatever is at the bottom that's not a part of this goal is going to have to go to the top to get canceled out. That's how we cancel out and piece together our puzzle. So what's on the bottom has to go to the top and it has to be the same. So I have a puzzle piece with minute in it now, don't I? I do. So it'll go on the top and I can flip it so that minute is on the top and I'll put my 20 drops on the bottom. Yes, you can flip a puzzle piece. Just like in real life when you're putting together a puzzle and it falls out the box, those pieces wouldn't just come out all together unless you cheated and put the completed puzzle back in the box, right? So it'll take less time to do when you did it the next time. No. So when you reposition a piece, that piece is still that piece. It's just simply reposition, okay? So you can reposition your puzzle pieces. So now we got drops on the bottom and we use that. So I have another puzzle piece with drops in it because I need drops to go on the top because we've already started with our goal. So we know that everything else has to cancel out. So we'll do, what is it, 10 drops per milliliter. My drops cancels out. And then the only thing left is milliliter. And I have one last puzzle piece. So that's going to be 200 milliliters. And remember, anything that's by itself is self, right? It's 1. So I'm going to put it over 1. And that 1 is going to show you that that's in the numerator when you do the multiplication and the division. It don't go at the bottom. It goes at the top. So milliliter cancels out. And now I have only what I'm looking for, which is hours. So my calculator. I'll do the multiplication. So 10 times 200 divided by 60 divided by 20. And that's going to be 1.666 repeating, right? So this means that this is the hour. So the whole number is going to be the hour. The numbers behind the decimal are going to be your minutes, okay? In order to find out the exact time, we're going to take what's behind the decimal and multiply it by 60. Why? Because there are 60 minutes in an hour. So just like if this was 1.5, we know that's 1.5 hours. A half an hour is what, 30 minutes? So what's 0.66? I don't know. I'm going to multiply by 60 and find out. So that's going to be 39.6. So I'm going to round that to 40 minutes. I'm going to round it to the nearest minute, right? So then that's 1 hour and 40 minutes that is going to be completed in. So if you start at 14:30 and you add 1 hour and 40 minutes to it, you're going to get something that looks like this, right? Unless you know that 60 minutes is an hour and then you have to carry the one over. So what I do when my time is like, my start time is at the half an hour, I round it up to the next hour and I just borrow it from my time that I have. So I'll add 30 minutes right here. So that'll be 1500, and I'm just going to take it from right here. So that means that I have an hour and 10 minutes left. So then when I go to add my time, because this side is the minutes and this side is the hours, I'll do 10 over here, 16 over here. So my end time, 16:10. Hey. So when you start with your goal, everything else always cancels out. Yep, that is the plan. That's how it always works out. Because if you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. It's there. And so you know that everything else has to go. Where did I get 0, 1, 10 from? So remember how I showed you if it was 14:30 plus 1 hour and 40, it would look something funky like that, and that's not a real time. So what I did was I just saw that 14:30 was 30 minutes away from the next hour. So I took 30 minutes from here. And so that would leave 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm running out of space. So then that's what I did. I just broke it down. So instead of adding the full 1 hour and 40 minutes initially, I took 30 minutes, so it'll go to the next even hour, and then it'll look like that. Thank you, Alexis. What we doing here on a Monday? No clue. Need to be in bed. Asia. So if my start time is like 30, like something 30 and up, and I know I have to add something that's more like than 30 minutes to it, I'm going to always just go ahead and add those 30 minutes from my infusion time that I found out, and then break it down like that. When it's closer to the next hour, exactly. Candy say thank you. I passed my yes. Come on, clinical. Can y'all hear the claps? I don't think I got my volume up on my computer, so I want to make sure y'all can hear that I'm clapping for you, cause I'm proud. Congratulations, Ashley. Oh shoot. Yes. I don't know why y'all be doubting yourself. Y'all can do it. You got to believe in you. These puzzle pieces be puzzling, okay? Do you get a calculator? Most of the time, Cherry Blossom, you do. I have tutored some students at a certain school that made you do the whole long division and multiplication. So it just depends on your institution of learning. Hey, Regina. How are you? I love the claps. Good. I haven't been on here in a while. This semester is killing you. That's okay. That's okay. I'm still here. We'll be here when you graduate and get that pen in. Okay. Love it. See you. I'm finna go cry. Why are you about to go cry? I came in last minute when we used sophomore. I got another one to solve. I'm good, thank you. I hope you're doing good. I did. It's been a long day. My kid went to school. Like, this was her first day. It daycare, and it was just a doozy. I don't know. I was just all emotional. But it's okay. It's okay. Where's the other one? And thank you for the rose. What am I looking for? It was another problem somebody asked me to solve. Hold on. I'm trying to go through the comments. So this is a practice problem from my puzzle piece method workbook. I have an e-workbook and I have a spiral bound workbook. Both of those links are in my bio. Yep. Okay. I don't know where it's at. Hold on. I'm trying to see the other one that I was supposed to be doing. Somebody asked me to do another problem. I had to drop my calculator. Where is it? I don't have no glasses on, no contacts in, but here we are. This started out being a peds. Oh, 154. Is this 154? What page is this? This is 152, I think. Hold on, let's see. Full screen. Okay, yeah, that was 154. So somebody asked number 6 on 152. Mm, okay, so number 6 on 152. All right, so we're doing number 6 on 152. Okay, I'm trying to catch up to the comments now. You got an A in pharmacology. Oh shoot! Congratulations! It just hit. Yeah, it's just that time. Okay. All right. So look, before we do number 6, so if we had a start time of what? What was the start time? 14:30. Okay. So 2:30 was our start time. We found out that the infusion time was 1 hour and 40 minutes. Was 1 hour and 40 minutes. If you add together your military time, it would look like this, because this is the minute side, this is the hour side. If you did 1 hour and 40 minutes, if you add your hours and you did your minutes, it would look like that. There is no such thing as 70 minutes because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So if you know that, then you could say, okay, well, this is going to round up to the next hour and then it's going to be 10 minutes left over. But if you don't know that, then what I like to do is if you start at 14:30 and you have 1 hour and 40 minutes, I'm going to take 30 minutes from over here, from the time that I have. So I have 1 hour and 10 minutes left. So I'm going to add 30 minutes to it, because that's going to be 60, right? That's going to round up to the next hour. So it'll be 3 o'clock if you add 30 minutes to 2:30, right? 1500 is 3 o'clock. So now you have 1 hour, because remember, this is the hour side, this is the minute side, and 10 minutes. So then you would get 16:10 as your end time. Okay? Do you do lives that assist in this but chemistry based? I've helped a chemistry student inadvertently. It was funny as heck because I thought we were doing dosage and it was like kind of part of chemistry too. And then she pulled out a car was driving, and at this speed the gas burned so much per gallon, how much time, and this and the third. And I was like, wait a minute, what type of problems is this? We still did it with dimensional analysis, but I was like, dang, I thought we were doing dosage for nursing. She was like, I'm trying to get into nursing. This is part of the prereq. So, anywho, number 6. The doctor orders a 1,000 milliliter bag of D5W to infuse at 25 drops per minute. Drop factor is 20 drops per milliliter. You start at 8 o'clock in the morning. What time will you be complete? Okay, so time. What is time? What is our goal? Hour. Okay, we're always going to be looking for the hours on these. Okay, so what are our puzzle pieces? What are our puzzle pieces? 1,000 ml. We've got 25 drops per minute. And then we've got 20 drops per milliliter. Okay, what are we going to start with if our goal is hour? Hour, right? Do we have any puzzle pieces with hour? No. We have a puzzle piece with minute though, but is that the goal? No. What did I say do? Start with your goal. Always start with your goal. You know what? You don't have to start with your goal. I'm gonna start with my goal though, because it's gonna make it easier. Because I know everything that comes after it is gonna have to be canceled out. If you don't start with your goal, you run the risk of not being able to convert something, or you might leave it off. So that's why I start with the goal, because you already have what you're looking for. Everything else has to cancel out. Okay. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. I started with the conversion since I did not have hours in my puzzle piece, okay? So now I've got a puzzle piece with minute, because I know that everything that comes after that first piece has to be canceled out, right? So minute over 25 drops. Minute cancels out. Now I've got drops at the bottom, so gotta have drops at the top, right? This one, 20 drops per milliliter. Drop cancels out. On to the next one. Milliliters at the bottom. Got to put it at the top, because what? It's got to go. It's not hour, is it? So it's got to go. So 1,000 ml. Put it over one. Everything is now gone except for hours, which we are looking for. What class did I walk into? Dosage calc? Yes, ma'am. You did. How are you? 20 times 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 25 equals 13.333333 repeating, right? So we know that this part is the hour part. This part is the minute part. What is 0.333 repeating minutes? I don't know. I'm going to multiply it times 60 to get the answer. So 0.33 times 60, because there are 60 minutes in an hour. Hey, Mary Bray, how are you? 0.33 times 60 is going to be 19.8. So I'm going to round it to the nearest minute, which is 20 minutes, okay? So if we start at 0800 and we have 13 hours and 20 minutes, I'm going to add my 13 hours and 20 minutes. So we know that the right side is the minutes, the left side is the hours. So 20 over here, 21 over here, 21:20 is our end time. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm blessed. Yes. Does this make sense, y'all? Any questions about it? Any questions? Yes, it does, but it's a number 10. It's confusing you. Did we just do number 10? I don't know what we. I don't know what we did. Did we do them? No, we didn't do number 10. Let's see. All right, we did. We did number 9. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So same thing, right? Goal. It's gonna be hours. It's okay. The goal is gonna be hours. So our puzzle pieces. So what's together stays together. What's by itself is by itself, right? So 1,000 mLs in the bag, and it's going at 15 drops per minute. You got a drop factor of 15 drops per milliliter. Okay, gonna start it again, because our goal is hours. We don't have a puzzle piece with hours. Our puzzle piece has minute in it, right? So I'll do my 1 hour to 60-minute conversion. Now I can put my minutes on the top and my drops on the bottom. And then we can do our drops on the top, because they have to be canceled out. 15 drops per milliliter. And then we can put our 1,000 milliliters on the top. And it's by itself. It's not equal to anything, so we just put it over 1. And it's okay for it to be by itself. It doesn't have to equal to anything. So 15 times 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 15. 16.6 repeating, right? So 0.66 times 60 will give us the exact minutes. Hey, Lantra. It's going to be 40 minutes. So 16 hours and 40 minutes. Aha. So if we start at 10:30, we've got to add 16:40. That's going to look something crazy, right? 26:70. So that's a whole nother day. So it's more than 24 hours, right? Oh, you got a 96. Congratulations. So, once again, I know that this time right here is close to the next hour. So I'm going to take away 30 minutes from it. And I have 16 hours and 10 minutes left. So I'll do 10:30 plus my 30 minutes. So that's going to be 11 o'clock, right? So now I need to add 16 hours and 10 minutes to it. So if I add 16 to that, that's going to be what? 27:10? How many hours are there in a day? 24, right? Oh, what page is this? Yeah, you're welcome. Is that adding that military time, huh? I'm sorry. Do do do, sweet apple, deed apple, do. Come on, be my baby tonight. Y'all remember the real world? Am I telling my age? Sweet apple, deed apple, do. Bow. Cool. You're welcome. Yep. I seen the way you treated other thugs you've been with. Kevin, you old as me. Don't nobody know what we're talking about. Oh, man. My head has been a crazy place today. I've had all kind of songs stuck in there. Was that the other one that somebody asked about? The questions in the workbook. I'm trying to see. So this is the puzzle piece method workbook. It's got over 300 problems in it. It shows you how to do the problems. It tells you the steps, what you're looking for, why you're looking for it, like everything. Okay. So, and then it gives you the practice problems so that you can write it out just like I'm doing on the live session. Where is the other one they asked for? These time completion time problems be killing y'all. But it's just like the other ones. I think it's the when you get to adding the times, the military times, that's what becomes difficult. Number 11 on page 155. Okay. That's one. Sweet apple, deed apple, do. Alright. 9 o'clock. There's 500 milliliters of the Ringer's lactate left in the patient's IV bag. It's running at 50 milliliters per hour. What time is the next IV bag due to be hung? So once again, we're looking for time. So the other ones, they were going by gravity. This one is on a pump. I know it's on a pump because it's milliliter per hour, right? Bio in a flash. Hey, that I'm gonna pin you. That is the lady for anatomy and physiology. Oh my gosh. I had to brush up. I was embarrassed on some of my answers. Because I think was the answer was what, trapezius? No, rhomboid. And I put trapezius. I didn't put trapezius because I didn't want you to laugh at me. But yeah, she is awesome when it comes to anatomy. Yeah, don't laugh at me. I said don't laugh, and you laughed. Okay, so this one, number 11. Okay, we're looking for hours again. Okay, so what are our puzzle pieces? They're 500 mLs in the bag. Okay, and it's running at 50 mLs per hour. Okay, and the time does not go in there. Okay, because the time is what you're trying to figure out. So then we start with what we're looking for, and this time, guess what we have? We have hour. All right, so hour over 50 ml times our 500 milliliters. So it'll cancel out with the milliliters on the bottom, and you're only left with the goal. Okay, so what's that? Is that 10 hours? I don't know. I can't do simple math late at night. So 10, 10 hours, right? So if you start, I've been doing dosage calculations all day. Y'all, give me a break, please. Don't talk about me. All right, we started at 9 o'clock, and it's done in 10 hours. Boom. That's your end time. You're amazing. I need a refresh on these calculations. Yeah, thank you. We'll definitely sit in on the session and put these puzzle pieces together. Does that make sense, y'all? Look, don't ask me that because I'm sure enough looking like, how did I get 10? Hold on, let me make sure. So we had 500 milliliters in the bag. It was going at 50 milliliters per hour. We started with hour, so we had our 50 mLs on the bottom, and then we put our 500 mLs on the top. 500 divided by 50 equals 10. So then we added 10 hours to 09 o'clock. So that would be 7 o'clock at night when it gets done. Does that make sense? Makes dollars make sense. You're not slow. Look, I had to double check because I'm like, wait a minute, is it not 10? I'm like, hold on. I have been known to write a number different, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, slow down. Can I start over? Yeah. On the whole session? No. This one? Yeah. So, for this one, number 10, no, sorry, number 11, you got an IV running. Do y'all understand what goes on in these scenarios? Like, I feel like when people know what's going on, it kind of helps you to be able to answer them too. Or you just looking at it like Japanese or Chinese, or like it's just done. Like, what am I looking for? It's just numbers. All right, so boom, 9 o'clock in the morning. 500 milliliters is in your bag of lactated ringers. It's running at at 50 milliliters per hour. What time is the next IB bag due to be hung? Okay, so what we want to know is how long will this take? How long will it take? The infusion time. So completion time. So we are looking for our goal, which is time. So our unit of measure for time is going to be hours. So our puzzle pieces are the 500 milliliters that's in the bag, and it's running at a rate of 50 milliliters per hour. I always start with my goal. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. Okay? I know that everything that comes after that, will have to be canceled out. The name of the game is canceling out your units of measure, which are going to set up your numbers in the equation so that they're in the proper place to be multiplied and divided to give you what it is that you're looking for. Okay? So the units are very important. So we do 1 hour over 50 milliliters because this is the puzzle piece that had my hour in it. So I just flipped it because I always want my goal to be first and on top. Okay. And then I have milliliters at the bottom. So my other puzzle piece had milliliters in it. So that's 500 mLs. So it'll go over one because it's not related to anything. It's just 500 milliliters. And the milliliters will cancel out because what's on the top cancels out with what's on the bottom if they're the same unit of measure. And now I'm left with my goal, which is hours. So 500 divided by 50, because you multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and then divide, is 10. 10 hours, right? So if the IV was started at 09 o'clock and it ran for 10 hours, because when you add the military time, this side is a minute, this side is hours, and so that's 00 over there. 9 plus 10 is 19, so your end time is 1900, which would be 7 p.m. in the evening. Sweet apple, deed apple, do. Wow. All right. How often do I teach dosage calculations? I teach it. I tutor all the time. Like I did like 4 sessions today, no lie. And now I'm on here. I guess I just can't get enough of it. Don't stop till you get enough. Anyway, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Central Time. Those are my scheduled nights. I do little pop-ups hither and thither. So yeah. Make sure you follow and have your notifications on. Also, I place the replays on my YouTube channel, which also has videos that break this down just individually. So make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel and you can have all the doses you like. This is my workbook. This is coming from the e-workbook that I have, and it shows you how to do the puzzle piece step by step. You got over 300 plus problems and the answers and example answers. Yeah. Yup. Thank you so much for your patience, for real. You're amazing. I stay watching your videos. You're welcome. Why? I don't know. I guess I have enough patience. I mean, I got a 3-year-old, so I don't think I have enough patience. But I mean, it's just breaking it down. The dosage calculations is rather simple math. If you know how to multiply, divide, add, and subtract, then you can do this. It just looks different because it's medicine and you're not trying to kill anybody, right? And it's set up different. But once you put the puzzle pieces together, then yeah, you're good. Okay, bio in the flash. See you later. What am I doing? Oh, okay. You're welcome, Kanisha. Thank you for being here. My YouTube channel is a blessed RN. My handles are all the same across social media, except for on Instagram. It's a.bliss.rn. For number 12, I got 1730. What did I do wrong? So number 12, what we got? This the last one. Then I'm going to bed because it's almost 11 o'clock my time. All right. So we got our goal is what? That's the first thing that you do once you read the question, right? You find out what is this question asking. You're welcome. This is what is this question asking me, right? So 12:30, there's 400 mLs of D5W running in your patient's IV bag. Okay, the IV infusion is remaining, in your IV bag. The IV infusion is running at 75 milliliters per hour. What time will the next bag be due? So again, the goal is time. So we're looking for hours. Our unit of measure will be hours. So 400 ml and 75 milliliters per hour. So we start with our hour on top like we always do. We always start with the goal. 400 ml over 1. milliliters crosses out. You're left with our 400 divided by 75 is 5.3 repeating, right? So we do 0.33 times 60. We'll get our minutes. So that's 20 minutes, right? So we got 5 hours and 20 minutes. So we start at what time? 12:30. Okay. And then we add 5 hours and 20 minutes. Remember, the right side is the minutes, left side is the hours. That's 50. This is 17, 1750. In time. Did you catch your mistake? Oh, you didn't add your minutes on there. Boom. Can't can't forget the pennies. Get your pennies together. All right, you guys. I initially came on to show you how to do pediatric volume maintenance. And we ended up with a little bit of IV completion times. So that pediatric volume maintenance was different than this method, which we were doing with the puzzle pieces, because it's a specific formula. But I wanted to show you that you still can do it easier, an easier way versus memorizing the formula. So if this has helped you, make sure that you give me a follow, like a little something, subscribe a little something on YouTube, do something. Help me help you. I appreciate it. Where did we get 0.33 from? So the answer was 5.3 repeating. Okay. So we needed to find the exact minutes, because if it was 5.5, I know that zero point 0.5 means half, right? So that's half an hour. So that would have been 30 minutes. I don't know what 33333 minutes is. So therefore, I just take the first two decimal places, that 0.33, that's behind the decimal, right? And you multiply it by 60, and that will give you your minutes. So then you have 5 hours and 20 minutes. And I think it was like 19.8, so I just rounded it to the nearest minute. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Orlean Burkett, is you fam? No, I'm just kidding. I wish you could be my instructor. Oh, I'm your TikTok instructor. Oh, for what all it's worth. Your TikTok tutor. How about that? Yes. Okay, boom. Alrighty, you guys. I thank y'all for joining me on this little impromptu dosage calculation session. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday night, and I'll be going over a whole bunch of different stuff then. Yeah. Y'all be blessed. If you got a test coming up this week, do well. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And the nurses are coming, y'all. The nurses are coming. We're defeating dosage. Oh, I missed the meat and potatoes. Jessica Jones, Mrs. Jones. You can go on YouTube and you can watch this session, because I have it streaming right now. So once it's done, you can look at it. So you didn't miss a thing. You just can't ask questions. Okay? All right. Y'all have a blessed evening. I'll see y'all Wednesday.